Republican lawmakers today delivering President Donald Trump the first major legislative achievement of his second term. House Republicans voted to approve the president's massive bill of tax and federal spending cuts after hours of debate. Passage of the massive $3 trillion package came after fierce arm twisting by GOP leaders to win over party holdouts. The measure includes a funding boost for the Pentagon and border security. It was approved despite warnings it would explode the U.S. deficit. Moderate members also had concern over cuts of about $1 trillion for Medicaid. Both our Northland Congressmen voted to pass a federal budget bill this afternoon. Republican Representative Pete Stauber represents northeastern Minnesota. He says this bill will restore safety and unleash prosperity, delivering a new golden age for the American people. And Republican Representative Tiffany represents northern Wisconsin. In a statement this afternoon, he says the top priorities last election were securing the border and delivering relief to hardworking families, adding that this bill keeps those promises. And the bill now heads to the president's desk for signature. The White House says he will sign the bill in a ceremony tomorrow.